Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. How are you all? I am doing so good today. I hope that you are all also. I went to the doctor's for my physical. She was so proud of me for my weight loss, so that was awesome. And I actually fit into the Johnny with room to spare. I've never been able to close my Johnny like all the way. So little things make me happy, and that's just one of them. I was so impressed. And then, when they tell you to take deep breaths when they're checking your lungs and all that, I actually was able to do that without feeling like I was going to pass out on the table. So that was great. So, yeah, so I'm proud of myself. I really am. I'm proud of myself. So it was a good morning. So today what I did was I went in and instead of using the regular primer that I normally would, I went in and did my BeFit setting spray. And that is what I put on my face right like a few minutes ago. And I let it sit. So it's still a little tacky. And before that I had gone in with my aloe cream. And I have really, really, really been loving more of a natural look. Very little foundation. I've actually been using either no foundation or a little bit of our pressed powders as my foundation. Because what's odd is my skin doesn't look good with foundation and powder, but I can get away with just powder as foundation, a very light layer. So it's kind of odd, but I don't know why that is. It just works and it doesn't make my face look dry at all. So that's actually what I wore this morning to the doctor's. I had pressed powder as foundation, the Peach Bite palette, that same powder on my eyes for eyeshadow, an additional pressed powder on my eyes. I went in with Optimal, and I did a matte liquid lipstick. So it really actually worked out very well, and I really liked the way that it came out. It looked really, really nice. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my eyes. I am not going to do anything on my face yet. I'm going to do my eyes first. And the reason for that is I don't want to take a chance of there being any fallout today. I'm still getting used to this palette, so I don't want to get fallout and then have to try and clean that all up. So, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do as far as foundation. So that's why we're going to do it this way. Okay, so let me see, what brush do I want to use today? All right, I think I'm going to start off. I want to do these two colors, okay? Because a lot of the beauty influencers with pharmacy have been using these two together. And last time I did these two together. So I'm going to switch off now and do these two. So I want the majority of my eyes to be the copper color with a little bit of that pink. And I'm not sure, I think I might just blend a little bit of the pink on the outer portion. So I'm going to go in with the copper first and kind of lay that down, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I am tapping off, and I'm going to just use my hand mirror. And I'm not using a transition color today. I am just going in and popping on this color. And if you wanted to, you can wet your brush if you'd like to get a more intense look. Now this is a true copper. It is so pretty, guys. And it has a little bit of sparkle to it, which makes it even prettier. So I'm gonna pop that on my lid. And like I said, if you get any fallout, we'll be able to clean it off really easily. Okay. So I'm just putting that back and forth on the eye, blending it really nicely, and bringing it a little bit above my crease. This is like the perfect pumpkin spice like color. It's so pretty and it's so buildable. So I'm just working that into the crease, bringing it down. And this color on its own with maybe a black liner would be amazing, or a brown liner would look just so pretty. This is like one of those colors that can stand on its own without anything else. It's just so pretty. Look at that, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, it's just beautiful. Okay. This is going to be like my new favorite fall color, definitely. I just think it's so pretty. And this palette, I believe, is $24.90, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. We've had a lot of launches this past few days. We've had glosses, we've had palettes, we had a whole bundle that just came out of skincare and pumpkin cinnamon, I believe. And you can get it as a bundle or individually. Okay, so now let's see what we want to do. First of all, let me go in and clean up this corner a little bit. Do I have my wipes with me? No, I don't. I could have sworn I brought my pharmacy wipes in with me from the bathroom, but I guess we did not. I just want to clean up this corner. Okay, so now let me go in and where is my... I'm just going to clean off my brush. You can get these guys anywhere, like TJ Maxx, Marshalls. You can get them online. They just clean your brushes. The other thing you can do is if you can't find one of these, go and get one of those donut things for your hair to make a bun. That it's the same thing, and just stick it in like an old glass or a jar of some sort. It's the same thing. And you can get those at the Dollar Tree for $1 and get a jar, a little mason jar or any type of small jar that little donut thing will fit into, and you'll have the same thing as what this is. Or buy a little round tin and stick it in the tin. For $2, you have a perfect solution. And you don't have to worry about finding that particular one. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to go and let me see. This is the tricky part. I'm trying to think of how I want to incorporate that pink. I don't know if, I think I'm going to start it off in the crease. I think that's what I'm going to do, and kind of try to blend the two together by putting that in my crease. I kind of want my lid to stay the copper color. So I think I'm going to deposit that pink into the crease. And then we'll go in and we'll blend. So I'm just putting it in the crease. And then I'm going to clean up those corners. Okay, now we're going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to start cleaning up the edges, the corners. And that's the thing, guys, like you have to just take your time and don't be worried about if it doesn't look perfect at first, because then you're going to go in and you're going to blend all this out. And if you blend away too much, you just go back and you add a little bit. And I know it looks a little crazy right now because I don't have any foundation on. So I'm gonna go in, blend. I really want to blend that pink out because I don't want it to be too harsh. And then I'm going to go in with my finger and add a little bit more of that copper onto my eyes. And sometimes, guys, your fingers are your best tool. That's what I think. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a bigger, fluffier brush now and really blend that. So it doesn't look crazy. And like I said, we don't have any foundation on yet, so once we do, it'll look a lot different. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with foundation now, and I'm just going to go in with some BB cream. Just a little bit. I'm not going to put too much. Just a little bit. And I'm going to go in. I am going to wet my sponge with some of that setting spray, just to dampen it a little bit. And now we're going to go in and we're going to put some foundation. And don't worry if you get some up here, we can touch that up after. I went a little too close. A little too close. And we go all the way down the neck. This is our BB cream. I am in the shade 02. which is a little bit light for me right now. With my hair being dark, I find that this shade is a little too light now. So I need to go up a shade. And if you feel you need more, just go in and put a little bit more on the areas that you need. Okay. And I know it looks a lot lighter on camera because it is a little too light for me. And I think it looks even lighter on camera. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back in now and we're going to blend that eye look out a little bit more. So I'm going to take my brush, my brush, and start blending that. And I'm just going in with that, getting rid of any fallout. And this palette will look different on everybody depending on your skin tone. So, depending on your skin tone, it will look a little different. Like I said, I'm just blending that all in. I'm actually ending up blending both colors together. It's pretty much what I'm doing. And I'm just really like softening that up. And then what I want to do is I'm going to go underneath. I want to clean off any excess. Under my eye. And then I'll go back in with my Beauty Blender. Wow, the wind is whipping, guys. Crazy. It's crazy. Drop my brush. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Okay, now let me go in with one more brush. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush now. This is a little bit of a softer density brush, and I'm just going in and going over. And just softening it up a little bit. And like I said, what I did was I ended up mixing those two colors together. Okay. And then underneath, I think I'm going to do like a brown liner. Let me see. And I'm going to just kind of smudge it out a little bit. I don't want to go in with anything too dark. So I'm going to go in with, let me see. I don't know if that will be too dark. I feel like the brown might make it a little too dark. Let's see. Because I can always take it off. I don't want to do anything underneath the lashes. I kind of just want to keep it in the waterline. So this is 04, and it's like a chocolate brown. All right, so all that's all set. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some powder. I'm going to go in with the BB powder, and I'm just going to go over my face with that. A lot of the stuff now is too light for me, so I have to, I need to get darker shades. Because now with the darker hair, I feel like my skin gets washed out now with the dark hair, if that makes sense. All right, and then what I'm going to do is just to lighten underneath the brow bone a little bit, I am going to, if I can find my brush again, let me put that one away. Don't know where it went, but let me just clean this brush off. I'm going to go in with that same powder that we just used to set our face with. And I'm just going to put that under the brow bone just to kind of lighten that look a little bit. I feel like it's a little too dark. So I just want to go in and lighten that a little bit with some powder. It was a little too heavy for my liking. And that's what's really nice. The powders will really just help to tone it down just a tad. All right, and now let's see. Let me. Okay. So now, I don't know where my other brush went. I think it fell on the floor too. I don't know. So now let's go in with some blush. And I think I want to go in with a little bit more of a pink toned blush because I feel like we need that little bit of pop of color. So I'm going to go in with the 3-in-1 palette. and pop some blush on. So just the blush from the 3-in-1. And the reason I think that it will look okay is because that palette that we just used, the trio, it has the pink. We mixed the pink and the orange, the copper. So I think that you can get away with this pinker blush. So I just put it on and then I go in after with my powder brush. And I just blend that all out. So you take a powder, because I'm not a real big fan of like a lot of powder, a lot of blush. I don't like a lot of powder either, but okay. Now what I'm gonna do is, excuse me guys, I just need a drink. Okay. My mouth is so dry today. I do not know why. I have no clue. Okay, now we're going to go in with the highlight from the 3-in-1 palette. And I'm going to just put that right on, like, right here on the apples of my cheek. I'm not going anywhere near my under eye. I don't want to bring any attention to that. I just want a little bit on the apples of my cheeks, like right above the apples of my cheeks. So then what I do is I go back in with that brush and just tone it out a little. Okay, so you can see it's just right in here because I don't want to accentuate the fine lines and wrinkles that are under my eyes, because nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Okay, now mascara, guys. We are going to go in with, I'm going to use the new one because it's new, and why not? So what I am going to do is I'm going to go in with volume first, and then we're going to go in with length. So we're going to start off with volume, and I wiggle, 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 because it gets rid of a lot of that excess product off of the brush, because it ends up having a lot of product if you don't. And I don't like a lot of product when I'm doing my eyes, my mascara. Because I'm very messy. So if I have too much product on my wand, I get it everywhere. And I can see like a little hair. Did I take it off? I think so. Now you can use just volume, or you can use just length, or you can alternate and do volume, length, and then volume, or just volume and length, or you can do length, volume, length, or just length and volume. Like, there's so many ways to use this mascara. So many ways. I'm just going to look in here real quick, make sure that it's the way I want it to be. Okay. Now, if you wanted to just go in with a second coat of volume, you could. And actually, I think that's what I'll do for you guys today, because I've done length, volume, length, volume, length. I've done volume, length, volume. I've done length on length, but I've never done just volume. So I'll do just volume. And that way you guys can see what it looks like with 2 coats of strictly the volume. Because some people have really long lashes and they don't need the length part so much, but they need the volume. So this is going to be a second coat of just volume. And I will say that this mascara tends to dry very quickly. So you got to kind of work quickly with it. I've come to that conclusion. It dries really quick. Okay, so that's 2 coats of volume on the top lashes. And we're going to go in and do the other eye. And I know I haven't been real chatty today in this video, but I've been trying to get my videos to be a little less in time so they're not so long, because not everybody has an hour to sit and look at a video. So I'm trying to be less chatty and just kind of get to work and showing you these amazing products. Because after all, that's most likely why you logged on and clicked on this. All right, and I just need to separate that lash. And of course I got mascara where I didn't need to, but it's all right, we're gonna let it dry. And then we're gonna go back in with one more coat. And this mascara, guys, is so good. And it is part of our new product line. It's been out for a couple of months, I think, or at least a month, I think. I don't even remember. I think it's been a month. We've had so many good things come out that it's hard to keep track of everything. All right, so now let me go in and clean that little area off. Once you let it dry, it'll come right off with the spoolie. Okay, it comes right off. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go now into the lower lash. And I'm not going to, like I said, we're not putting anything underneath because we have the liner in the waterline. So I don't want to put anything underneath. I'm just going to let my lashes shine. Okay. And when I do my lower lashes, I don't go back in when I do the second eye because there is more than enough product on there already. For the lower lash. Okay. And if you like more, you can put more. If you want to go in with a second coat, you can. Like I said, this mascara tends to dry quickly. And I do want to just clean up that little section right there. So let me just... I actually think that's eyeliner. So let me go back in with that liner and just... clean that up a little. It's like it's bothering me because I can see a little tiny dot like where I don't want it to be. But I don't have anything small enough. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Maybe. Maybe I do. It's like a little bit of the eyeliner got on that lash. So it's making it look a little weird. I just want to fix that. And let me just go back in with the mascara. I'm like insane when it comes to mascaras in my lashes. Like, I need it to be perfect. And it's still bothering me because I still can see it. I can still see it. So let me see if I can fix it somehow. Let's see. I'm actually going to let it dry for a minute before I keep messing it up even more. Let me let it dry for 1 second. And then I can go in and hopefully get it off of there. Sorry, I keep putting that in front of you guys. And then you cannot see what I'm doing, which is not helpful. I'm just all over the place today. Okay. I think that's as good as we're gonna get. I didn't want to put anything under my eye, but I don't know, I might have to. Just to, let me see. I think it's good now. I think it is good. I wish I had a Q-tip. That's what I need, is a Q-tip. That's all that I would need. It's just a Q-tip. Okay, now we're gonna go in with lips, and I think for lips, last time I wanted to do Autumn Story, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous orange, so I think I'm gonna do that today, and this is a liquid matte lipstick, and it is in the shade Autumn Story. And it's just a gorgeous orange. So that's Autumn Story. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of concealer in the middle just to lighten that up and give it a little shadowing. And this is going to lighten it a little. Give it a little bit of an ombre. So see, it just lightens it up a little bit and just gives it a little bit of a ombre effect. I'm just going to put a little bit more blush. I just feel like I don't have enough. And that's it, guys. I know this was a little bit all over the place. I apologize. I don't know why. I went in this so good. I started out so strong. I did. And then all hell broke loose with the lashes. Crazy. All right. So what we did is we went in with the Beautiful palette. We mixed the pink and the orange, the copper together. And let me fix this eye while we're talking. So we did that. We mixed those two things together to get this eye look. We used our new mascara, the Double Lash Extend mascara. And then we used our pressed powder, the BB powder in the shade number 2. And then we used, let me just fix that lash. We used our 3-in-1 face palette for blush and highlighter. Then we did lips. We did Autumn Story with a little bit of concealer in the middle. And then we used 04 Express Eye Pencil in the waterline. And if you felt like this was a little looking too light, you could go in and contour a little bit and add some more warmth back into your face if you wanted to. But yeah, so that's the look, guys. Oh, and we used BB cream in the shade 02, which is light to medium. So that's what we used for foundation today. So 02 BB cream, 02 BB powder, Autumn Story and concealer, Beautiful, and 04 Express Eyeline, and our new Lash Extend on our lashes, and 3-in-1 palette on for blush and highlighter. And that's how we got this look, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it. And go out and create a fun look. And if you do, post it down below because I want to see. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Take care. Bye.